Welcome to this new episode of the Cactuar Light project. I'm Arca, just a French guy doing some stuff. If you are here, it probably means you liked my first episode and I'm very thankful. Let's finish the bulb by assembling the leaves, and next we will begin the bottom part of the Cactuar's body. There are two leaves, one bigger than the other. Obviously, the smaller leaf is the same as the bigger one but scaled down on my 3D software. The general idea of this design is to create a body that looks like a light bulb that you plug into the main body. It's composed of a base plate support glued on the main arcs, a base, another base for its arcs, a subcap, and a cap that will receive the final leaves. For the base, I created a simple mechanism to lock the structure in place without any glue. The middle part is quite troublesome as it's composed of very tiny arcs which are not easy to print and mount. The big one allowed me to create little holes on the subcap to plug arcs in place, but the tiny one is too tiny. So I decided to give a try without holes and glue these tiny arcs on the fly. Obviously, it was a mess, but I was finally able to do something correct. For you guys, I created a template that you can put around the arcs to correctly position them during the gluing process. I will not show you how I crafted the second one completely, as this is exactly the same thing. Finally, we can start the Cactuar itself. As I said in the first episode, I'm not a pro designer, and this monster walking in a forward angle was a nightmare to draw. I frequently lost a lot of time to create the right plan at the right angle to start the sketch on my 3D software. But well, I did it! Legs and arms are quite similar. The big challenge was how can I connect elbows and knees with these arcs. I originally designed these joints in one piece. When you print this kind of design, you know that holes on the bed plate will not be perfect. But as it's tiny, I decided to give it a try. The glue process was terrible, very stressful and chaotic. Super glue is strong, so I was not worried about the resistance of the model. But as you can see, arcs must be on a straight angle, and I stupidly crafted the 4 members before I understood that sometimes the 2 parts of a member were twisted. Let's call it a prototype, okay? So I needed to find a way to easily assemble all arcs of a side at the right angle at the same time. Firstly, I decided to split the knees and elbows in half to ensure the quality of the print. Next, I designed a guide that allowed me to put all arcs into the final position before applying any glue. It was a huge success. The process was easier, quicker, and safer. Lesson learned, it was a very good experience to take some time to design something that will help you, even if this component will not be used in the final product. This is a new way of thinking for me, and I will try to do it again in the future. Naturally, I wished to create the same kind of connection for the pelvis. But look at this model. The pelvis has a spherical shape. This is a completely different matter. Also, I still want to be able to easily print it, mount and unmount if necessary. So it took me a lot of time to draw this shape on my 3D software and keep the capability to unmount parts. This is the only piece that needs a lot of support to be printed. While I was removing them and sand, I started to think it would be a good idea to add a layer of epoxy resin, but for now I will just keep that in mind. I printed 3 versions of the pelvis. The first one was too fragile. I broke it on the center of arch joint, so I added more thickness on this place. The second one had a simple but naive joint mechanism with the main body. I originally thought I could just glue the body and the pelvis together, like the head with the body, but I forgot that I will have to add glasses and electric wires, and it will be a nightmare to do it if I can't separate those parts. So, for the latest version, I designed a lock mechanism to keep these 3 parts in place without glue. I think I should stop this episode here to avoid a 30-minute video. So for the next episode, we will finish the body and we should be able to mount the entire model before starting to draw all glasses shape. I hope you enjoyed this episode. See you later!